Well, good morning, man. Freaking nice to have you in here. Finally getting this done. We've been wanting to do this for what, like 2-3 weeks now?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, we got Gary here. If you want to introduce yourself, a full name.
My name's Gary Glenn. On Instagram, it's heritage114_GG. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And I have a 2020 Heritage Classic. Love the bike. Put a lot of miles on it. I just really enjoy riding in the whole motorcycle community.
Yeah, I think I met you. I met you through Good Trouble, right?
Yep.
That's how we met. It wasn't a West Side ride or anything like that.
No, it was through one of the bike nights, I think, at Good Trouble Supply Company.
Yeah, no, that was really nice. I don't think I've met some people with a good bike, like a cool looking bike like yours, a Heritage. I've seen the V-Class style versions, but never like a touring style. Because you have it set up kind of like touring, right?
Yeah, it's very similar to the touring.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty nice. What bags are those?
They're just the stock bags that come with the bike. Yeah.
Oh, they look custom.
Yeah, they came with the seat and the bags with the same pattern on them.
Oh, yeah. No, your shit's clean. I like the windscreen. Is that stock?
Yeah, that's also stock. I'm gonna be tinting that pretty soon here.
That'll look even cooler because your bike's all blacked out. It has a little bit of chrome here and there, right?
Yeah, I'm slowly removing all the chrome from it.
Yeah, I love the little touches that you have on it. And you're gonna use one of our fenders? Or you're using
I'm gonna use one of your guys' fenders.
One of our fenders? Yeah, because it's got a big old ding in it right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well,
lovely when someone backs into a parking spot without looking what's there before.
You're not the only one, man. I know so many people that have been having that issue lately here in SoCal. People just getting their bikes smacked into. I had it done to me back in 2023 of December. I think it was December or January. I was on base, and some lady just sideswiped my freaking motorcycle, dude. Smacks it. There's no cars next to me. It's in clear vision. There's no way she would have missed it. She ran straight into it. Can you believe an orange, bright bike?
It's because they got their phone in their hands.
Whatever it was, bro, whatever it was, I cannot believe she smacked my bike. I was eating lunch, and it was probably like 12 o'clock. I was eating lunch, and I'm enjoying my day. It was a nice weather, great day for a ride. Obviously, in Virginia, on the East Coast, January, December is terrible weather, but it was a good enough day to enjoy some food outside and, just watch my bike, look at the sun glisten my paint. Boom. Oh man, then she tried to walk away, but luckily there was an MP next to me, a military police, and he stopped her and he was like, where do you think you're going? And she was like, it's okay, it's good, right? And he's like, no, get out. Oh man, but yeah, wrecks. You got a wreck, I got a wreck on my bike. You weren't even on the bike, right?
No.
I wasn't either.
It was just parked.
Yep. Happens to the best of us, man. I think it happened to Cam too, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Happened to him, happened to you. Jesus. But yeah, man, it's freaking finally great to have you here.
Yeah, it's nice to finally be here. We've been talking about this for a minute.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you're a busy guy. We're a busy company, busy doing a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting podcast, guys. I thought this was going to be a podcast more about Gary, and he's actually flipping the table on me.
I'm going to flip the script. So Ed always does stuff about all of the other motorcyclists in the community. And it's time for everyone to hear about his bike and what he does and what brought him to where he is now. So let's start it off. What brought you to riding?
So let's see. When I was a kid, I was probably like, 13 maybe younger. It's a very distant memory, so I can't really remember specifics, but I was in Mexico and I was with my cousin. They were all on quads, and just being on the quad and behind them was amazing. I couldn't even imagine what it was like to ride it. I rode it, and my parents didn't like it, and they don't like me doing crazy stuff at all. And that's considered crazy to them. To me, it's not, but to my parents, they grew up traditional Catholic. They have very strong beliefs in staying off of stuff, and these are bad people that do stuff like this. I'm like, man, this is fun. So I don't know if it was rebellious me that just got into riding because of that. Eventually, I had friends in the United States. I'm not from Mexico. I was visiting my cousins from Mexico, but in the United States, I had friends that they had quads too, and we'd go ride them in the dirt and stuff like that. And I just loved it. Quads is what kind of got me into it. Dirt bikes got me into motorcycle riding. Learning the whole clutch thing was like the scariest thing in the world. I loved it. I loved the thrill of being scared and like, oh my God, I'm going to die. But that eventually went away after a few strokes of the lever. So after dirt bikes, I think I turned maybe, it was like 15, 16. I rode my first street bike, and that street bike it was a little different from a dirt bike, and obviously, the whole thumb actuated throttle from dirt bikes. I mean, not dirt bikes, quads.
Yeah.
So learning this was a little difficult, but eventually I got it down. It was on a Ninja 250. I think it was a 2007 Ninja 250. And that was technically my first bike. That's where I got my, my endorsement and all that stuff on. I did the classes. What is it called? MSF?
Yeah, the MSF.
That's where I took my MSF. I took it down at Mount Sac.
Oh, okay.
So that was pretty interesting, man. Starting off on a Ninja 250, it was a street bike. I didn't grow up with motorcycles. Like, my dad didn't ride them. My mom didn't ride them. It was just my cousins, my friends. Didn't ride them religiously. Didn't have a lot of exposure to them. Just when I did, I would hop on them. But didn't grow up with them.
And what made you go from a sport bike to the Harleys?
Dude, you'll be surprised, right? You see me riding my Harley, working on my Harley, like almost like if I grew up with them, right? Dude, that's my first Harley. My 2023 and a half CVO Road Glide, that was my first Harley. I had a few street bikes before that. I had a Vulcan before the Harley. Okay. And it was just because I wanted to get back into the rhythm of riding a motorcycle, because it's been a while since I rode before that. But before the cruisers, right, it was all street bikes. So I went from Ninja 250 to a CBR. From CBR, I went to a Hayabusa. I think I went down to, dude, I can't even remember what other bikes I rode. I know it was a Hayabusa right before I had a kid. I found out I was about to have a kid. It was like 2016. Sold my Hayabusa. And then I didn't buy another motorcycle for a while. I would still ride my friends' bikes. They all had cruisers and stuff like that, but I never had a bike for maybe 5-6 years after that. Once I had my kids, I didn't ride for a while. Still rode, for fun, shits and giggles, mess around. 2022, I think it was August of 2022, I bought a Vulcan when I was still in the military. I bought a Vulcan. Loved the idea of a cruiser. Never really cared for them. Never understood why people like Harleys. Again, it looked like a cult to me. And it is.
I mean,
it really is. Until you buy one, you don't know what you're talking about, but it is a cult. The upgrading, just the constant upgrading is a thing. Once you buy a Harley, you're like, oh, I'm going to keep this stock and I'm not going to put any upgrades. It's already an expensive bike. That's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie we all convince ourselves. But yeah, the Vulcan, I rode that from work back and forth. And I said, you know what? I ended up getting hurt while I was in the military. And they ended up starting a process where I kind of had a feeling that I was going to end up retiring just because of my medical conditions and stuff like that. So I said, you know what, dude? I want to enjoy my last year in the military. What did I do? I went and looked for the most expensive Harley I could find, and I found the CVO Road Glide Whiskey Knee. I love the paint job. I didn't like the dark platinum, so I grabbed that one. I'm not a big fan of orange. Obviously now I am, because I'm surrounded by it all the time. It looks like I like orange, but I really don't. It's not my favorite color. My true favorite color was blue, and I wish they had a CVO in blue back then. But I bought that my last year in the service. I rode it back and forth to work. It created a lot of good memories for me, because now I carry it with me. That thing was a nightmare, though. That bike brought a lot of nightmares to me, man. Constant issues, constant calibrations, updates, recalls, all kinds of problems, right? So I thought that was it. I was like, dude, I can't stand Harleys. And then I came back to California because I was about to have my first kid. Well, not my first kid, my firstborn son. I already had 2 girls, but he was about to be born. We came out here for baby leave and all that stuff. And when I was out here, I discovered the whole upgrading my bike to my fit and finish. I wrench on my bike through a friend of mine. He taught me how to do everything, how to put on risers, how to mess with the triple trees and taking the tires on and off. Before, I would pay for everything. Oh, hey, just upgrade my bike for me, do a stage 1. I paid for that. In reality, it's not that hard to do anything.
It's a pretty simple.
I overpaid.
Yeah.
I overpaid for simple bolt-ons. Learn my lesson, man. Never again. I always work on all my bikes. Ever since my buddy taught me how to work on my bike, haven't been to a shop since. And the California style was definitely a wake-up call. I didn't realize how comfortable T-bars were. Didn't realize the performance aspect of it. I thought the whole, meat hooks and the Midas bars and all that stuff was like the shit. I thought I was going to turn that into a V-Cla. Man, did that change. I went straight performance, and now it's turned into a stunt bike little by little. I still haven't chopped the bags or the fender, but it's incredible. The stories, how they change, right? Some people think they're going in a certain way, and it just completely changes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
situations change and thought process change along with it.
And now I enjoy it. I enjoy burning some rubber. I enjoy getting it sideways. I enjoy risking the bike, tipping over and just ruining my bike. I enjoy that little bit of excitement.
But you do have stuff on it to protect the bike when
Of course, and that stuff's been thoroughly tested. I mean, I have a video out there where I literally dumped the bike at 45 miles per hour speed, wheel speed. Not obviously, it wasn't going 45 miles an hour, but I was dumping that rear tire. I was trying to get it to go sideways, and then I dumped it by accident. My foot just completely skipped off. Bike's fine. Paint was fine. The bars are straight. All I have to do is probably replace just the skate wheel.
That's really cool.
That's a better alternative than putting a hard piece of material that once that thing is messed up, it messes up the actual threads for the bolt. With the rubber, you got a little bit of play.
Right.
It ain't gonna completely bend your stub. And you just replace that little end cap. That's it. Put another wheel on it. You're good to go.
What other upgrades have you done to the bike?
Dude, the list is long. It's long, bro.
I can see that it's long.
Oh, dude, I got so many parts from Custom Chrome. I got the floorboards, the pegs, the highway pegs. I mean, the side covers are carbon fiber. I got all kinds of windscreens for looks, aesthetics, and then obviously, it's the same thing, looks and aesthetics, but one does have a little bit of lift to it, so it does get the wind off of me. But right now, I'm rocking my touring one from Harley-Davidson. That one has a huge lift. That one really gets the wind off of me. I do have a Custom Chrome skinny stock size, I think it's called a 9-inch, but it doesn't have a lip to it, so I get all the wind in my face. It's like just running into a fan. So I don't like that one. It looks cool. It's a pink one. It looks really nice on my bike because it complements the colors that it has on. I mean, dude, the list is huge, man. I got Bamco bolts all over it. That was like $2,000. I got risers from this place, 10-inch risers with thrashing high bend bars. I got the hand guards from Clockworks. I got the tour pack from Custom Chrome. I tricked that one out with all the Custom Chrome parts, like the luggage rack, the quick disconnect, the backrest. That's all Custom Chrome, and that thing has been thoroughly tested. I've had that place. I mean, I had that tour pack mounted for like the last 25,000 miles, and it's just been taking abuse. I don't take care of it. When I take it on, I take it off. I put it on the ground, smash it up against the wall. I don't take care of it. I don't hang it on a mount at my garage. No, I throw it on the ground. I throw it wherever. Yeah, every now and then I got to kind of unbend the hinges to try to get them to connect to the quick disconnect. It is what it is, man. It's $250. I'm not going to complain. If it was a Harley-Davidson product, though, that's $1,800 for that kind of tour pack.
Right.
I'm going to baby that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But not this one. I'm just going to throw it around because, one, the value isn't high, and I can replace it for another $250 or $270 or whatever the price was.
Now, how did you get tied in with Custom Chrome? Because I know that you had come here and gotten parts for your bike before you ever even started, coming here on a regular basis.
Yeah, so it was I think it was Facebook Marketplace. I asked my wife, I was like, hey, can you just look up a cheap tour pack or something? Because I seen them for cheap on Amazon. I was like, well, I'm gonna buy that one. Then she found me a cheaper one. I was like, all right, cool. Came over here, was not expecting that it was Custom Chrome. I didn't know that there was a company behind it. I thought it was just somebody dealing some stuff out of a warehouse. I come here, I'm looking around, I'm fascinated by the mere fact that there's so many products for Harley-Davidson. Then I found out the price, and I was like, wow, this is very affordable. I can trick out my whole bike for a quarter of the price. Sometimes even less than a quarter. I mean, You do $250, $270 compared to $1,800. I don't even know the percentage right there.
You can get a lot of stuff for the same price as you get for the seat.
For one price, for one item, I get 18 different prices or 18 different items. And so I came here, I enjoyed the quality, I tested it. I think when I bought that tour pack, I think I went somewhere far. I can't remember where. I think it was San Jose and wherever Throttle. So it was Throttle Fest, and then it was Bay Area Throttle Fest, and then I headed over to Ventura for Chopper Fest. And there was another place that I went to, but dude, I tested that, and I thought it was the coolest shit ever. Doing a solo pack. Have you ever done a solo pack?
I have not, huh?
So there's a regular 2-up mount, right? When you do a solo, it's right behind you, so you have something to lay up against. That made traveling wherever I needed to go so much easier, more comfortable. I can load it up with more stuff, a sweater, some gloves, whatever that I wanted. Some water, a water bottle. Dude, you try to fit a water bottle inside of a saddlebag, it just dings around and bangs around. Sometimes it opens up and gets all your stuff wet. So I love the tour pack, and then I could just mount something on top of the tour pack and strap it down. That one time I went up to Oregon, that came in handy. Okay. I loaded up a 300-pound luggage bag that was covered in tools in case we went down, because it was a 1,000-mile trip. Me and my boy, David Barnes, he's the owner of T-Town Moto. He's the one that did my headlights. We were going up to Oregon to show off our lights, but that's when that tour pack was thoroughly tested. I loaded up, I think it was like 40 pounds on top of the luggage rack. Oh, wow. Of all my clothes and stuff like that. Plus, I strapped down to the backrest that 300-pound bag, covered in tools. Every tool you could think of, whether it's the long, I can't remember, I think it's like a 3-foot torque wrench. It does like, I think like 300 foot-pounds or whatever. But I had every tool you can think of. If we broke down, we could take apart the entire bike.
That's cool.
Yep. And we did break down. His dyno broke down a few times. My bike broke down a few times due to me not putting Loctite. We pull over to the side of the road and start wrenching. But yeah, man, the products from Custom Chrome have been thoroughly tested by me, whether it's messing around and stunning the bike or long distance journeys. My current seat that I have right now and my backrest that I have for the rider the rider backrest, it's like a little pad. I've had that for about a little close to 10,000 miles already.
Okay.
Oh man, it's so comfortable. The gel seats that we have are very comfortable. The backrest has helped me with a lot of my issues that I have from the military. They've helped me not feel it as much. Even after 6, 12, 18 hours of pure riding, 1,000 miles is not easy to do, and I did it pretty freaking easily with that setup.
How many miles have you put on your bike in the last year?
That bike has about 30,000.
Okay.
Yeah. In the last year, I want to say maybe 25. Because if I did 5,000 the first year that I had the bike, it was down a lot. Because remember I was telling you about it had to get repairs, fixed. It got hit. Transmission broke. I had to go in the repair shop for all the paint and all that stuff. That took like 3 months. So yeah, my bike was out of commission the first year that I had it. It was just down constantly. Second year, I did a lot of traveling. But right now, I want to say maybe 25 this year, about 5 last year.
It's a lot of miles. A lot of Harley riders are like, if the weather's good, I'll ride.
Oh no, I ride every.
I like seeing and hearing about people that like ride rain or shine. Mm-hmm. They're on their bike, putting miles on it.
Virginia rains every other day. I didn't care. I just slapped on some rain gear. Yeah, it would still seep through. I would still get soaked, but it'd make it a little bit more enjoyable.
Yeah.
I have heated gear for the winter, so I mean, dude, I have heated grips, heated gear. I have everything heated. I wear some thick socks, wear some boots that the air doesn't go through in. Dude, I think it was like the coldest I've ever been on my motorcycle in Virginia was like -5 or 0 degrees. I can't remember the exact degree. Yeah, it was freaking cold.
That's cold.
That was cold. I masked up. I put a beanie on. I put on my helmet. It was super tight because of the beanie, but I was warm. And I had my heated gear on. There's these little connectors that go to my gloves, that go to my jacket, that go to my pants. You hook them all up. You hook it up to the battery, flip a switch. They all turn on, and it's cozy.
And you got to get a defroster for your
so for that, I had bought a Sedici, what do they call it? The anti-fog, whatever.
Uh-huh.
I would just keep that down the whole time. If I even open it, I'd get frostbite here. It was cold, man. In Virginia, it was cold, and it would snow, and I'd still go. I didn't care. I mean, yes, if it snowed more than like 6, 8 inches, I probably can't because I would just be swinging around. But even when there was snow on the ground and they were laying down salt, I rode. I didn't care. I mean, why am I not going to ride it? I know if I know I can ride, I would ride. Just gotta prepare yourself. Put on some gear, you'll be fine. I used to ride, I think it was like 45 miles from my house to base there and then back. So about 90 miles a day. That's how I was able to rack up 5,000 miles. It wasn't even in a year, dude. It was like in 3 months total because the bike was down for so long.
Yeah.
But cold temperature, rain, that shit don't bother me. Been there, done that multiple times. Shit, even like I realize there's not that many bikers out right now.
No.
just because it's 50 degrees.
Yeah, it's around here. It's from
I mean, shit, you rode.
yeah, from like the end of April till the end of September. You see riders all the time out on the freeway, but once it starts cooling down, it's like ghost town.
Yeah. You know how yesterday or the day before it was raining?
Yeah,
I rode in.
I rode in.
Yeah, it didn't bother me. It's crazy, right?
I used to commute from Orange County to Riverside, rain or shine. 60 miles is a long way to go, getting poured on the whole
I don't live
time.
too far from here, so it's not too much of an issue, but that's a long distance to be getting wet.
Yeah.
And it's a cold breeze too. It ain't no like, oh, dry cold. No, it's a humid cold, so it's even colder.
Yeah. What if you had one piece of advice for a new rider, what would that piece of advice be?
Take your time and go to every MSF course you can. Go to one every year. Refresher courses. Go participate. Like, you know how Cam and all those guys, like Severus on 2, David?
Yeah.
You know how they always have like their little lot stuff? Just go. Just practice. If you know somebody that holds events and it's free, just go. Always inspect your tires. Always, every time before you get on your bike, they call it T-clocks or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
You know, where you check around, you look at your tire, you look at your chain, you look at your T-clocks. I forgot what L stands for. I inspect whatever. Just check your
Anything
tire
that can
pressure.
get loose.
Yeah. Check your tire pressure. Check your bolts. Check if your handlebars rattle. Just check everything out. If you're one of those guys that just hops on, hops off, you're never going to notice when you have an oil spill. You're never going to notice when you have coolant leaking. Always look under your bike after you move your bike. Inspect the area where it was before, because sometimes you can't see it.
Yeah.
Check for, just check for, nails in your tires. Check for debris in your tires. For new riders, always look. Don't ever look down. Don't ever look unless you're going to look somewhere where you're going. Always look at the direction you're about to go, where you're about to be in 3 seconds and where you want to go when you're turning. Don't ever look at the ground. Don't ever look away from where you're traveling, because you're going to either hit a sidewalk, you're going to hit a pedestrian. I know too many riders that go down because they're not inspecting the road in front of them and they're not looking where they're going. Those are the number one things. And a lot of riders, they think that they're good enough to look away. Even I do it. I do look away every now and then, but I go like this and then I just to double check.
Yeah, because even a pothole can ruin your day real quick.
Yeah.
On the
a
freeway.
slicky road, like oil in it, and it just rained and it's sitting up super high. You just catch that and your tire swings, you're done. Happens to all of us. Hasn't happened to me, but it happens to all of us. Other than that, obviously, I said inspect everything, go slow, never brake while you're turning unless you know how to trail brake when you're aggressively, taking like canyons. Trail braking is a thing. You can brake. If you don't know what it is, don't do it. Just sit up your bike straight, then hit both of them. Do not trail brake and lean unless you know how. I know a lot of guys, some guy said, hey, you said I can do this. And I ended up eating shit. And I was like, you didn't listen to me. Trail braking requires a little bit of pressure, tiny little bit of pressure. You probably on a turn. No, you got to smooth into it slowly, give it a little bit of throttle as you're braking. So that way you don't lose the grip of the centrifugal force. They didn't get it. They literally held in the throttle, slammed on the brake, that tire. Yeah, that's what happened to that person.
That's no fun.
So I always tell people, if you don't know what you're doing, just brake straight. Put your bike up straight, then brake. Some people, they like to brake in corners. I don't know what's going on with people. MSF teaches you this.
Yeah, I mean, if you're braking mid-turn, that means you went in way too hot.
Mm-hmm. You never brake with your front on a turn. You don't do that. Trail brake, yes, you can use your rear. You don't use your freaking finger on a turn. That's when your wheel will go like this, or it'll just turn the other way. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in your steering. As soon as you put any kind of input on your front brake, happens all the time. Yep. Always use your rear. It's the best example. It's maximal force pressure on the rear, a little bit of force in the front for emergency braking. You do not jam on the front. I had to explain this to somebody. They're like, oh, well, I have ABS and I have traction control and I have RDRS. I was like, it does not matter what you have. That brain's, no matter how sophisticated it is, that rear end can swing you off. Doesn't matter how much technology you have.
Yeah, I mean, the bikes are made to lean into a turn. And as soon as you apply too much brake pressure in the front, too much in the rear, it throws off the balance of the bike. And the design of the bike is meant to be able to lean into that turn. Yeah. You throw that off and then you're going to go down.
The computer almost made me eat shit one time. It got rid of my throttle because it detected the tires skipping. It was just a few little rocks. Cut my throttle, then it cuts it back on. So it almost threw me off the bike because I was already mid-turn. It detected that it was skidding. It cut all the power off my throttle. Then it cuts it back on. Imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, whoa. Like it wants to throw you off the bike. Thank God I'm a heavy guy and I know how to freaking brace myself. But any other person on that turn would have freaking one would have high-sided because I was already going low. And I went even lower. As soon as they cut the throttle, I went even lower and it was about to start skidding. Then it caught back on and it threw me back up. But on any other circumstance, if somebody would have freaked out and been like, oh shit, what the hell's going on? And then got off the throttle, they would have gone straight into the other direction, the other side of traffic. That's what happens usually. You let go of the throttle, your bike stands up straight and it starts going straight.
Yeah.
You give it a little bit of throttle through a turn and it gives you a more aggressive turn radius.
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah.
You had mentioned earlier that you have some kids. How do you balance the motorcycle community, work, and family?
Sometimes it's rough, man. Sometimes it takes a toll on the kids. It takes a toll on the wife. Especially what I'm doing, where I'm going to events, recording everything, editing, working 16s. People don't realize like, oh, well, your job isn't that labor intensive. What do you mean? It messes with my head. I'm always thinking, I'm always working. Even when I'm in my sleep, I'm working. I'm always networking. Even if I'm on the clock or off the clock, I'm always networking. So it's really hard to juggle it. I've had some issues lately. The wife she's very supportive when it comes to like, hey, I can't spend the time this weekend. I got to go do this event. She's understanding, but it upsets her. You can tell. I mean, every person that's been in this job position has had marital problems, whether it's me or the next person. I know a lot of guys in different companies, the same thing. They have marital problems because of how much dedication it requires to succeed in this level of work. How I balance it, maybe one week I give it my all. The next week I slow it down, only do the bare minimum 8. When I'm at home, I'm at home. I get off the phone, I get off social media, I focus on my kids, I ask the questions I need to ask. I listen to them, what's going on in their lives, what's going on with my wife, because obviously wife has all 3 kids, and it's a lot on her, and she makes it very apparent. And I see it, I acknowledge it. Sometimes it's just like, hey, look, I get it. It takes 2 to raise a family, but I got to provide. If I stop providing, then what?
Right.
So it's a mutual understanding. You have to communicate. As soon as we stop communicating, that's when bad shit starts to happen. That's in everything.
Yeah.
Business. If you don't communicate, business fails. Marriage. You don't communicate, it fails. That's how you get divorces, when people stop talking to each other. Same thing in every other aspect of the life. You have to communicate. Pretty sure you can agree on that.
I can. I'm married with 4 kids, so like I understand the struggle of the work, home,
Balance.
and then writing balance. It's not
balance.
It's not always time for all 3 things, but
I do, however, like to take my kids on rides so that they can be a part of it. They tend to get really bored at the events because they don't see the awesomeness of it. They're just like, I'm bored. I want to go home. But I try to bring them on rides. I take them out. I try to let them enjoy the motorcycle life and how it feels to be on a motorcycle. Eventually, they're going to want to ride it themselves. But right now, they're kind of like me at their age. Quads. They love quads. They love their friends' quads. Whenever they go hang out with their friends, they hop on their quads. And I don't have quads for them because, God forbid I do, it's just going to cause another fight between me and my family members. My mother's going to, just scold me. She's like, why are you getting your kids all this stuff? And
like you have time
I don't want to hear it.
Take them out.
I just don't want to hear it. I'd much rather just let my kids not ride for now. And then in the near future, when they're older and they can make their own choices, they can ride it.
Yeah, the taking the kids out riding. All my kids love to be on the bike, riding on the back of it. I just wish there were more like events and stuff that were like family oriented, where the kids could have a good time as well.
Those events are cool, but at the end of the day, that's not the culture. That whole safety.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not the culture.
I get it though. There is a time and place for everything, but dude, you gotta think about it. We're on motorcycles. We're all making mistakes. We all know what we're doing when we throw that leg over that bike. We're all risking it. It could be your last time throwing that leg over.
Yeah.
We know it. We're reckless with it. We all tempted to push that limit on that engine, push that corner a little harder. It's not the culture, man. That's why when you go to these events, it is what it is. It's never family oriented. You can really think about it. You can think about the last event you went to. You're like, that wasn't family oriented at all.
Yeah, no.
You think it was, but in reality, it's like, wait a minute. The people that are showing up are not family oriented. They're all high adrenaline junkies. You know, everybody's cursing, everybody's smoking, everybody's drinking. I can't think of an event where that doesn't happen.
Yeah, no. I mean, all events have that same kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think it's a mutual thing in the culture, and that's what I want my kids to see is like, hey, the world isn't a safe place. There's crazy people out here, and I enjoy it with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun.
They always tell me that. They're like, Daddy, you're crazy. And I'm just like, I just like having fun. They see me messing around on my bike, and they're like, you're crazy. I don't know why you like this. And I was like, you guys will understand when you guys get older. Right now, everything's scary. Everything's all might get hurt. I was like, and then when you get older, you start pushing your buttons, you start pushing your limits. You're just like, oh, I want more.
Yeah.
That's how kids are, man. I just hope that they'll see all this stuff that I'm doing in the future. They'll look at the videos, the YouTubes, the Instagrams, and they look at everything and they're just like, wow, Dad, like you were really out there. You were outgoing. You did everything you wanted to do. That's like the end goal of everything. Great, I achieved this, I achieved that. That's cool. The good part is my kids can always see it in the past. They're like, wow, Dad, you were on all over YouTube doing this and doing that. Like, I want to do that too.
And they had everything that they needed.
And they had everything they needed while I was doing that. I'm getting paid to have fun. I'm getting paid to do what I was doing. Oh, talking about that, you know, the whole, you're probably going to get to that, right? The whole, what were you doing before? Let's save that for that conversation. So, okay. What was I saying before that?
About the, like,
I'm getting paid to do all this stuff, yeah. If you want to start that conversation now since we're on it.
Yeah. I mean, how did you go from motorcycle enthusiast to working in the industry?
So basically I retired, what was it, August 1st of 2024. I was already out here doing my thing, going on motorcycle rides and enjoying my motorcycle, learning how to work on my motorcycle. Before that, because I had my kid, I just had my kid, I had baby leave. I still hung out with my kids, still hung out with my family, but on the side, whenever it was time for me to go goof off and do stuff, I would go on motorcycle trips, motorcycle rallies, bike events, whatever it was, right? I was learning this stuff. Eventually, I started communicating with a lot of people. I started networking by accident. It wasn't a network behind a profit or anything like that. I wasn't getting paid for any of this. I was just retired. Pre-retired and retired. It was all happening at the same time, right before I retired and after. I noticed I had like a little bit of a talent. That talent was I knew how to talk to people. I communicated very well. There was something different about me among my peers, and I didn't know what it was at the moment until, obviously, we're going to get to that right now. But I was just going above and beyond the normal expectation of people. People are so used to just everybody asking for free stuff. I didn't ask for free stuff. I just asked for the opportunity. Hey, how can I help you? And, you know, what can we do together? And then most of the time they're like thinking like, oh, well, are you just looking for free stuff? Like, no, I'm not looking for free. I'm going to pay the full price and maybe some plus on top of that. So that got me far. That actually got me really far. And I had a lot of friends telling me, hey, that's going to get you far in this place because not everybody's like that.
Right.
And a lot of the motorcycle community, unfortunately, everybody's like, give me free, give me free. What can you do for me? And it's never what can they do for that person, you know? And I noticed that as I kept going through the entire culture, everybody's all about give me free this, free that. Everybody's looking for sponsorships. And it's like, dude, what do you provide? What kind of asset are you for the company for you to be asking for these kind of things?
Yeah.
And eventually I just said, you know what, I need to formulate something to change the industry. And I did. I started talking with people. I started creating a network of guys that we just don't do that shit. We support one another. And dude, eventually that whole network just blew up. Now there's so many, I mean, you're kind of involved in it. You're kind of distant because you're always doing your own thing, but you're kind of part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy where all that hard work while I was retired is finally starting to pay off now. And how did this all become together? Or how did this all mesh together? I came here to Custom Chrome as a customer. I saw the potential that they had, and I saw, dude, I could turn this around. Like, it's very slow. I was like, there just needs to be something that they can market, like YouTube, Instagram, create posts that are very drawing to the individual rider, the driver, whatever. Getting people into motorcycles, people that are scared to get into motorcycle riding, Custom Chrome can be the beginning to those people. All they got to do is hold events. Like what David's doing, let him host that here. They could do their little thing here.
Yeah.
That's bringing new riders into the industry. That's being supportive of that. Just providing something for the community instead of just selling parts to the community. It's not all just about profit. It's about how can you help the community. That is key. That is vital. That's why I see a lot of issues in the whole entire motorcycle community, whether it's businesses or individuals. Everybody's only out for themselves, and that's what I'm trying to change. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job at it.
Yeah.
But the whole thing behind how I got here was they saw something in me. They saw the content I was creating, and due to their, them funding majority of it, I literally did maybe a whole year's worth of work in about a month because of their funding, because they believe in me. They see my image, they see what I want to do, and they have a whole team now dedicated to, and that stands behind me. I have a manager that takes care of all the budgeting now. Before I used to have to do it. Now there's a guy that does it all for me. I just ask him, hey, I need this, I need that, I need this done, and they make it happen. Then they tell me, hey, you got approved. All right, cool. I have a camera guy, you already know him. He does all my editing, he does all my photography, my videography, and we help produce YouTube videos or reels and stuff like that. Most of the time, it's just me telling them, hey, we should do this, we should do that. You saw it firsthand.
Yeah.
How I direct stuff. I'm just a director, bro. I'm a marketing director, and I'm also a director in a sense of, hey, we need to make this video, or hey, let's make this happen, or this doesn't sound right, and then just bouncing ideas back and forth. It's not always me, 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 me. Didn't I go to you right now? Hey, does this sound good to you?
Yeah.
And you're like, actually, let me fix that. I don't have an ego. That ego is, I want to learn. How can I learn something off of you? Or what can you learn from me? I'm a teacher. I'm also somebody that likes to listen, but I never have my ego up my ass. There's a lot of people like that, and I wish they could change so that I could learn from them. Instead, no, I'm not going to teach you the ways, bro. You got to put in that work yourself. It's like, I don't have a problem with that, but damn, thank you for reminding me of what I'm already doing.
It's crazy because really, if you're going to start riding, the ego should be the first thing to go. Because it's the ego that gets you into trouble.
Maybe that's why I haven't wrecked, because I don't have my ego in my ass. I mean, I do like to push my limits, but I don't have my ego up my ass. Like, I know there's danger out there. I know there's a possibility of me eating shit. Happens to all of us. I know it. And that's the thing. I know it. I don't think I'm above this. There's going to come a time. It's going to be my time. I'm either going to run into a vehicle or I'm going to hit an oil spot. It's just a matter of time till it's my turn, which kind of arrogant because I don't wear gear.
I mean, we ride Harleys.
We ride Harleys, man, but gear's so uncomfortable, bro. It's like, I get sciatic issues from tight pants and stuff like that, that as soon as I put on those really, really tight pants with the padding, my sciatica just starts acting up. So I'd rather be comfortable. I mean, what's the point of being uncomfortable your whole life?
Right.
I'm not going to be uncomfortable every single ride because then I'm not going to want to ride.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Any advice for those that are thinking about like coming out this way to check out the shop?
Definitely. So we are America's finest Harley-Davidson products. That's our slogan. I believe in it. I've tested it. I think we are the company, we are the solution behind people's reason why they can't upgrade in this industry. We have a solution for that. We make affordable stuff, very affordable. You can trick out your whole bike. We are the solution behind that for very affordable price. If you look at other companies, I'm not trying to talk negative about other companies. What I'm trying to say is if you're trying to trick out your bike and you're trying to make it personal and detailed to how you want it, you want your bike to be just like you can do it at a very affordable price compared to the rest of the industry. The rest of the industry wants $1,200, $1,800 for something very basic. Our seats are like $300 and other people's are like $1,200, yeah. $800, maybe sometimes $500. I've seen some for $500, but we don't hit that gap in how much our stuff is. It's very affordable. We don't hit that high tier market of, hey, our stuff is expensive because we are a company that holds ourselves to a high value. Our stuff is good. Our stuff is tested. Our stuff is good. It's just the next guys. We have very comfortable and it lasts. It's not cheap. It is cheap in price. It's not cheap in quality.
Just because it's affordable doesn't mean it's poor quality.
And a lot of people don't get that. But some people just rather spend the extra money to say they bought the most expensive item. Hey, all power to you, but hey, you could have bought a seat, a backwards tour pack, all for the same money you just spent for one item. And it's the same piece. It's the same. They look the same. They feel the same. They have the same ABS mold injection, same quality of leather, same quality of gel. Just sounds like an ego.
Yeah.
Goes back to what I was saying, man. People make a lot of mistakes with their ego there. But that's my advice to people is, hey, come check out Custom Chrome. You'll be surprised just how affordable our stuff is. The amount of stuff that you can get for your bike, and you probably get it all done in one shot because you were anticipating spending $1,500, $1,600 for one item, and now you're anticipating spending on 8 different items. Trust me, you'd be surprised. Were you surprised?
I was surprised.
I was 100% surprised because I got used to prices like, again, high tier prices. I didn't realize just how bogus that whole slogan is. That people would say, our items are high quality. There's really no difference. That's a gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a gimmick.
That's hey, come spend more money with us.
Oh, and the other thing, how people pride themselves on made in America. You mean assembled? You mean put a few bolts on and now it's American made? Because I'm not going to lie to you guys, a lot of the rest of the industry, they get all their stuff produced in the same way we do. And somehow they try to brag about made in America, made in the USA, all this stuff, all this mumbo jumbo, it's all gimmicks, all of it. If you guys look into it, the systems that they purchased to create these items, yes, it's probably made in the USA. They produced it here, but the items that they're using to produce that item were all made in China. And that's the number one issue that I'm having with people. People are always bragging about American made. None of your production stuff was produced in America. It was produced in China. A lot of it is. The machines that you make your products with, the material that you buy in bulk to make that stuff is all from China.
I wish they could all have it made in America. I mean,
I would love that.
That'd be nice.
But it would go back to the whole, hey, $1,200 for a seat. It all goes back to that. High profits. What is that saying again? I forgot how people say that word. High profits, low yield. What is it?
I'm not 100% sure.
Either way, I feel like it's just very not cryptic, not deceptive. Yeah, deceptive. It's very deceptive. When people put that logo on their stuff, made in America, but in reality it's not, you're selling a lie. We don't do that. We don't have anything that says on any of our stuff other than maybe our batteries, but our batteries are produced here. That's the problem. But a lot of our stuff is all made in China. It's great quality. It's on the same level of OEM. It's the same level of oil, same level of plastics, everything. Literally nothing is different. As a matter of fact, actually, no, let me rephrase that. Not our oil. Our oil is actually produced here in the United States. I forgot about that. Yeah. Some of our items are actually made here in the U.S. I forgot about that.
So do you use the
oil
here?
I haven't had the chance to because they haven't had inventory in the last 3 months. We've been going over new oil products and new oil design. So we actually changed a lot of this, and that was actually me. I'm the one that changed this. So we went with different stickers, different labels, different bottles. I didn't like the quality that they were using for the old bottles, so I made them use a different mold injection and a different style of, or a different quality grade of plastic. We also redid the caps. We did put different seals, different color caps as well. We also did a few changes, like they used to use the old logo. We put the new logo. We also put different warning labels. We also put disclaimers and stuff like that because our old products didn't have them. I'm not responsible for 100% of all that stuff. It was a collaboration between me and Jason. Jason did a lot of it, and then Jason left the company, and I took over, and I had to basically go over all the editing and all that stuff for the design. I approved it. I went over it multiple times because you have no idea how tiny little things in design can make a big difference.
Yeah.
Eventually, I caught on to a lot of mistakes, and just the way they were shaped or the way they were curved, I was like, why is that curved? Uncurve that and make it straight, or capitalize all that and keep all this lowercase. I had no idea that is complicated. I would assume somebody who is into design and like marketing or whatever.
Marketing and design.
The company that does all this stuff, I would assume they would know how to make this look nice. No, they want input from the company.
I mean, they probably just make the oil. And
that's it. They just make the labels, they print the stuff, they manufacture everything, they fill them up, seal them. That's their job. It's up to us to make the design. It's up to us to make sure that everything's 100% accurate. Again, I was under the impression you hire somebody for this kind of stuff. You know, like that whole entire team is consisting of a designer, the people that print it, the people that produce the bottles, the people that fill the oil. I would assume it's a team. No, it's not. It's up to the company, us,
It
to
is.
do
You're the
majority
team.
of that. Yeah, yeah. That was a lesson. Oh,
Welcome to the party.
yeah, that's the thing, man. Like picking up this job, I'm gaining a lot of experience and things I had no idea about, like manufacturing and design and stuff like that. I thought this job was going to be more of just like what I was doing when I was retired, and now I'm just getting paid for it. No, absolutely not. I wear so many different hats here. I'm in charge of 10 departments, basically. I'm technically in partnership with our general manager, Eva. I'm technically the other general manager, except I don't take care of finances. I lead us to where we need to be. What's our next move? Next hot items. I look at trends and I give them like an analytic study. So I go like, hey, this is what I've noticed. This is where everything's going. Everybody and their mother's doing this, and this is what's hot at the shows. So I'm out there surveying. I'm not just out there having fun. You assume I am because I'm laughing, I'm having a good time, and we're making funny videos and stuff like that. But no, I'm actually learning. I'm actually reading the room. I'm looking at what's going on, what's trending, what's on everybody's bikes. And people don't know that. People just think I'm having a good time, but in reality, I'm looking. I'm asking questions to the everyday rider, like, why'd you do that? And what got you into that? I'm looking at what the marketing from other companies are doing, and I'm trying to make it better. So kind of like reverse engineering other people's, strategies.
Other people's builds. And
I'm looking at their stuff, and I'm like, let me go back. Let me see how I can make this even better. And so far, so good, man. Like now I'm collaborating with like I think 15 companies right now at the moment.
No, you're doing really good things here. Like I can see it from the outside looking in. Someone coming into this industry with very little experience.
Zero.
Like it's not an easy task, and it's because your dedication and your love for this community.
It's that self-driven tenacity.
You have what it takes, and it's really cool to see all the stuff that you've done in this short amount of time that you've been.
I haven't even been here 3 months yet. I've only been here technically 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. I just hit 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. I'll be 3 months next in November 12th.
That's wild.
Yeah. And I mean,
Whirlwind.
I'm not trying to say who's better or whatever. I'm not trying to do that because the man developed the whole showroom. But in your perspective, right? You saw how the company was prior to me joining it. Now that I'm in it, you said I'm doing a great job. You said all that, right? But what do you see? Do you see a difference in the energy the company has? What is it that you're seeing?
So what I'm seeing is the showroom and what is going on here is important. You finished up the showroom. You've got a cool space in here that people can come and talk and hang out. But the social media presence, the going to events, the being out there in the community and really making connections and talking with people, that's what's really making you stand out. Is you're going and meeting with people, you're going on rides and stuff, and always collaborating with someone like, oh hey, we should make a video about that, or we should do a ride here. It's really cool to see that development, and having a company like this that has such a rich history in the community.
Seeing them out there with the community again.
It's now, like, social media wasn't a thing when custom chrome was really thriving back in the day. It's a big change, but it's really cool to be watching it all
unfold, huh? Like this is the beginning. This is the beginning of everything.
Like things just getting started here.
Yeah, Dennison actually mentioned that today. He was like, you're making history, right? I was like, yeah, I don't see it that way, but yeah, I can see what you mean. He's like, dude, you're doing our first event this weekend, or November 2nd. He's like, you're responsible for that. You were the one that orchestrated all that. He's like, and you got it fully funded by individuals. Like we're not paying that. He's like, you did that. And I kind of like paused for a second, and I was just like, yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah, you're right. It took a while to formulate all this, to gain the trust of companies, to gain the trust of individuals. And now it's about to be probably the biggest much bike night, or not bike night, but bike event that I've seen in a while. There's some cool events here. We got Quaid, we got Riverside, then we got Good Trouble. We got all these little locations. We got Espinosa's. They make some cool events. I think this is going to be different. We have a lot of real estate. We got a whole warehouse. We got a showroom floor. I don't know about the showroom floor being open, but we'll figure that out when we get there. But I think this is going to be a different type of bike night. I've been to many.
It should be good.
Yeah, I've been to many, and you've probably been to a lot too.
I've been to my share for sure.
So we'll be able to really see, hey, was this a banger? Do we have potential for more? What can we do better? I think this is going to be a good night, man. November 2nd. Hopefully you can make it. I know you work on the weekends, but
I should be able to make it to that.
During the day. It's from 12 to 5. Hopefully you can make it, because I need somebody to really give me their full, descriptive feedback of, and not hiding and holding back, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And I know you could probably provide that. I know a lot of guys are, but I know you definitely could provide it. You've been here, you've been done that, you've seen this, you've seen that. Been around for a long time. You've been in the motorcycle world for how long?
So I haven't been in the motorcycle world for that long. I got my bike in July of 2024. And that was my first.
So you just started riding when I kind of met you.
Yeah, that was my first street bike. I grew up on dirt bikes. Like from 2 years old, I was on a 3-wheeler. My dad raced quads out in the desert, so we were out riding dirt bikes every other weekend. And that is where I got my love for riding. And, I had dirt bikes from there, and then I had a family, so I didn't do a whole lot with the riding stuff. But once I got my bike, it was like everything changed.
Yeah, everything changes for everybody, man. It opens up doors, opens up friendships, new journey. And hopefully you have a lot of constructive criticism for us, for the company, for me, for Dennison. What can we do better? I hope that, Dennison's not going to be there. He's going to be in Colombia.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's not going to be there. So it's just going to be me and a few of the corporate guys. But hopefully we hit it off, and hopefully you love it. And maybe we can do something ourselves. We can do a heritage thing, You can do a, what's your slogan again? Heritage what?
Heritage 114_GG.
Yeah, we can partner up and do something for you and throw an event for you and your buddies, or whatever it is you want. You can collaborate with Good Trouble if you want. We could throw a nice event here instead of all of us going to Good Trouble, where the parking lot's very small and there's very limited room. I know that's his thing, right? Is like that's how he makes money, is to throw events like that.
Yeah, he makes good money doing it.
We can collaborate. We don't need to make money. We can just collaborate. He can help throw the whole thing, and he can keep the profits and the proceeds and stuff like that. But we have an establishment. We have literally, what do they call it? We have a foundation. We have a platform that everybody can use, and we're willing to work with everybody. We're not.
And this lot is huge.
This lot is huge.
If you guys haven't come down and checked it out, this lot, the warehouse,
I think the warehouse in total
massive.
is like 40,000 square feet. But our actual real estate, I think we're a little over, I want to say it's like 60 to 70,000 square feet, including like the entire property.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty big. That's just the warehouse alone is 40,000 square feet. So yeah, if you guys are listening to this, I would recommend you guys hitting us up and talking about potential collaborations. We are more than willing to host you guys. If you guys want to take care of the whole event, you guys want to be the organizers and stuff like that, then hey, we can make it happen. If you want us to organize your event, it's going to be a different conversation, but I am also not cheap. I am pricey, because organization and stuff like that is very difficult, and getting the right people to come together, that's also very difficult. So permit pooling, all that stuff,
but
it's expensive.
You've proven that you can make stuff happen that
on a moment notice, dude. I can do a grand opening. It's just a matter of funds. Sometimes those funds aren't provided, so you just nick it, move on to the next. And look what I did. I didn't get approved for a grand opening. Hey, I could throw another event.
So what is the event that you have coming up?
It is a fundraiser. It's technically not our event. We're just hosting it. But it's considered our event because we are the one backing everything. We're the ones making it happen for them. But they're the organizers. It's Chana and his friends and the community that he's involved with. They're all coming together to throw this awesome event. And we are more than happy to be a part of it, because you know what? They're doing it for a good cause. That good cause is one of their local friends, or I don't know if he's local. Yeah, he said he's local from here in Ontario. His name is Pelon. That's his nickname. I don't know his real name, but Pelon apparently had I think he went down or something happened and he's in the hospital, and now they're trying to create funds for him because, I mean, you know, once you go down, whether on a motorcycle or something happens to you in a wreck or whatever, you're out of a job for a while.
Yeah.
And hey, man, everybody has a family. He probably has grandkids. Who knows? I don't know his story yet. I'm going to find out through China, but whatever his story is, he needs funds, man. And that's what the whole motorcycle community is about, right? We come together in a moment when everybody really needs that.
Help each other out.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. And hopefully Custom Chrome is going towards the right direction when it comes to these kind of events. We don't want people taking advantage of us.
Yeah.
You know, that happens. These people aren't doing that. I know them personally, China and those guys. I've spoken to them. They came and sat down. We had a full-blown conversation about what's going on. I love the idea. I just needed to present this to my company and be like, hey, this is what they want to do. This is why we're doing it. And this is the whole reason for it. I think it's a great opportunity because we can do this, and that. I got to learn how to pitch it. And sometimes the pitching, it's done on its own. It's for a good cause. Why would you say no to something like this?
Yeah.
But hey, man, all the little bullet points, all the little details is what really helps me sell this to the company. And like, hey, let's do this, let's do that. As long as I have points, bullets, hit them all, they see the vision, all right, let's do it. Theoretically, this is a good way for us to do a little bit of testing for our future events. They want to see how this goes. If it goes good, hey, man, we're going to have a lot of events. If this goes bad, if this turns sideways, we'll never have another event ever again.
Let's not have that happen.
It's not going to happen. These guys are really good. Yeah. I feel like they're going to be the impression that I really needed. And that's why I kind of said yes. I was like, dude, we need to do this because you guys are great guys. You guys have everything under control. Let's knock this out of the park. And we're collaborating. We got about 2 weeks worth of time to make it all happen. It's going to be Sunday, November 2nd from 12 to 5 here at the Custom Chrome headquarters. It's 1945 South Grove Avenue in Ontario, California. But yeah, man, is that it for today? Is that all your questions?
Yeah, that's all my questions.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's it, man. It was nice having you. And,
yeah,
you know, it's always good to see you. Definitely can't wait for the next one where I'm interviewing you. I definitely got a lot of questions for you. And I can't wait to find out more about you. I know a little bit about you, but I can't wait to find out the rest.